Hey, how's it going everyone? This is YLAM here. So this is the second crypto vlog, but it is still January 1st. I am recording these two vlogs back to back, but this one probably won't come out back to back. But I do want to get this one out of the way before January 1st ends because I do want to set up this account for what we're going to do throughout 2021. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things. Number one, why did I choose Coinbase? I'm really not an advocate of any type of crypto exchange. I do like Coinbase. I'll give you my reasons, and if it's something that you want to look into, definitely go ahead and look into it. I have used Coinbase for quite a few years now. This account right here, which I'm using for my vlog, it did start in September, and this is the one that I will be using, and I will be adding pretty much any money that I make with my side hustle or any type of side jobs. I will be putting money into that. It won't be very consistent, so I do want to set up a firm base on what to expect when it comes to using this particular account. But let's go ahead and talk about Coinbase real quick. One of the things that I really like about Coinbase is that when you have an account through them, there are a series of tutorials that teach you about a lot of the different cryptos on there. And when you actually watch these videos and you take the quiz, they actually give you free crypto. So they're giving you free money in that cryptocurrency. And I've taken a number of these and I've probably earned close to $50 in free money. So that's something that might be very beneficial to you because free money is free money. And a lot of these tutorials are actually really good. They actually teach you what these cryptocurrencies are trying to do. So it's just not about holding them to make money. You actually get to learn what these cryptocurrencies are used for, because at the end of the day, if these cryptocurrencies aren't being used in the real world, they're not going to generate value and they're not going to make you money. The second thing that I do want to talk about is that Coinbase does run a blog. The CEO does write a lot of blogs in here, and I liked how the CEO runs his company. He's all about making money, so he is a very capitalistic person, which for a crypto exchange, money exchange, I just want them to concentrate on making the exchange better. So I do like that part about the CEO and also about Coinbase. And the third and last one, it's probably also the most important, is that they actually have a really good smartphone app. They actually have 3 different smartphone apps. You definitely want to check out which one is going to be good for you. There's one really good for like day traders. There's a lot of functionality there. It's really made for day traders, for somebody who's going to be online and active all the time. There's also one where it's just an wallet in which you're really using it. It's actually very useful to be able to, say for example, send money to a different country. So there's just a Coinbase wallet version, and there's kind of the base version, which is the one that I use, which just gives you a very nice user interface to be able to trade funds very easily. It doesn't have all of the functionality of the pro version, but I really don't want that functionality and I don't really need it because I'm really not checking up on this account all of the time. So I really like the fact that in terms of mobile devices, you do get a lot of different options. So definitely check them out. So let's go ahead and go back to my Coinbase account, and I'll just briefly show you where I'm at with this account because I think it's something that will be very interesting to you. This is something that might be interesting to some of you because I know some of you will ask, but these are all of my deposits that I've made from September to December. So I've made just under $2,000 in deposits, and as of January 1st, when it ticked over to the new year, the total amount that it was worth was around $2,400. Like I said before, the only money that really goes in here is money that I make on the side, and I kind of deposit in here just so that I have some money to be able to move around, and it's something that's very useful, and it gives me the ability to own a lot of different crypto classes, which I normally wouldn't do on a personal account. On my personal account, I probably would only hold about 5, and you can easily guess which 5 that I would hold because the vast majority of money in this account is also the bulk of my money that I have in my own personal account because I don't really want anything too complicated. But in this account, I do own a whole bunch of other different crypto classes because one, I took the training and I actually have that crypto given to me for free, and I just add a little bit more in there just so that it's easy to track. What I'm basically going to try to do for 2021 is all of the crypto classes that I do want to track and talk about, I'm going to put $10 into it so that it's very easy to track. I'll give you an example right here. So for example, Litecoin, I put $10 into Litecoin. So back in December 1st, I put $10 in. And right now, the amount of Litecoin that I have, let me go back here. I have $14.37. Because I put $10 in, it's worth $14.37. I know that it went up roughly 43%, which is a good amount, but it's an easy way for me to actually just track whether or not I'm up or down on that crypto. So I'll usually have about $10 in there. There are going to be a couple of ones like Litecoin, since it's already up $14 at the 1st of January of today. I'm probably just going to put in a little bit more money, get it up to $20, and start tracking from $20 on to see if it's actually going to be up or down for the rest of the year. I'll go ahead and talk about some of these really quickly. A lot of these up here that don't actually give interest back, I'm not really going to play with too much. Bitcoin, that's something that I do want to talk about next episode because it is kind of unique in itself. But when it comes to cryptocurrency like District, Stellar, and Civic, I'm probably not going to touch these because these are all crypto classes that I currently just have profit in. In other words, I put $50 in and I've already pulled out that $50, and what's remaining is pretty much the profits that I made from that $50, and I'm probably not going to touch those. I definitely don't recommend you do this if you actually want to hold the value of your money, because just randomly putting money into each cryptocurrency is definitely not a good way to do this. Again, I'm only doing this because this is the vlogging account and I do want to track a lot of different asset classes so I can just talk about them throughout 2021. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this, because I have a feeling the vast majority of them, or at least 50% of them, is probably going to be down for the year, because right around this January time, the entire exchange is pretty much up. So there's a lot of cryptocurrency that's currently up right now. So it's really kind of boosted the prices and it might actually come back down. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to pause this video. I'm going to go ahead and round out all of these cryptocurrencies and then I'll show you what I did. And this is going to be the starting point for January 2021. All right, so I've done all of my trading that I want to do for the 1st of January, and I'll just go ahead and briefly talk about them. So what you're going to notice on my account is pretty much any crypto that actually returns interest just by holding on to them. That's going to be the bulk of my assets in this account, and I'll trade in between them throughout the year because it's really an easy way to actually keep your assets up and actually earn money through this account. So that's what I've been doing in my personal account, and that's what I'm going to be doing on this vlogging account. The remainder of the cryptos are in a more of a buy and hold. When it comes to Bitcoin, that's what I'm going to talk about next, but I have $50 into it. I just added another 10 on the 27th, and what I'm probably going to do for Bitcoin is I'm probably going to add about $10 into it each month just to see if the value continues to go up, because Bitcoin definitely is one of those investment classes. Now, when it comes to District, Civic, and Stellar, they're all the same thing. What I did was I bought $50 into it. It went up in price. I went ahead and I took out the $50, and what you see remaining on those is pretty much the profits from them. So I'm not really going to touch it because they've already earned me money. I'm just going to leave them alone, and wherever they go is wherever they go. And that goes for District, Civic, and Stellar. Graph is an interesting one, and we'll talk about it in a different episode. But I do have, I think, $20 into Graph. It's already up like $20 to $30, so I'll leave it alone. Filecoin, I have $50 into it, and it's down to $40, so I've lost $20 into it. I'm really not going to invest into it, but I do want to talk about Filecoin in a future episode because it's very interesting in what they're trying to solve for cloud storage. So we'll talk about Filecoin a little bit later. AAVE. I'm not really sure how to say that name. I do have $20 invested into it. This is a fairly interesting one. It's trying to redefine what bank loans look like. So we'll talk a little bit more about that one. But right now, I'll just leave it alone. For Syntax, Ethereum, and Litecoin, so these were all profitable from the 20 to 50%. So I just added a little bit more money to get it to $20, and we'll see where they go. These are definitely more investment classes, so it's just a save and hold and see where it goes. XRP, I definitely recommend staying away from that. There's a lawsuit with the SEC on that right now, so I don't definitely recommend buying into it if you're new to cryptocurrency, but it is one of those really high risk and fairly good reward type scenarios. But I'm really not going to do anything with it until we know where the SEC goes with that lawsuit, so I'm just going to leave it alone. The rest of these, I pretty much have $10 invested, except for NewCrypt. NewCrypt is another one of those where I invested $50, although by the time I invested, it was really only worth $34. and I took out the $50, and the $10 that you see right now is pretty much the residual profits from NewCrypt. And I don't really see that coin going anywhere, so I'm just really not going to invest any more into it. But I am going to hold on to what is actually currently there, so that if it does go up or down, I do know where it's going. The remainder of these I don't have because I don't really believe in the coins, or I already have them. A BAT token, or a basic attention token, you can actually earn these tokens very easily, and I definitely want to cover that in one of the episodes. Bitcoin Cash or Wrap Bitcoin, since I already have Bitcoin, I don't really want to hold any more Bitcoin, so I'm really not going to touch anything on that. Decentraland, that actually is tied to a video game, so no interest in that. Ethereum Classic, definitely stay away from that. You definitely want to buy the current Ethereum because it's much more secure. It's something that's getting a lot more attention. Classic is kind of just one of those ones that are just lagging behind and staying around because people still have money in it. So it is still there, but I definitely just recommend leaving it alone. Orchid is another one that you can actually earn. So again, it's another one where it's better to earn it than to actually put money into it. So that's the reason why I leave it alone. And the last one you can't even buy into, so it's not really worth talking about. But that is the current setup that I have for my account. So that's kind of where we're at. On the next episode, I do want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin because it is fairly unique as a cryptocurrency. So if you're interested in that, I'll see you in the next vlog.